as key figures in powerful position amongst the human and Arxur were quickly and effectively taken out to path the way for the Venlil uprising. Some Venlil citizens, unaware of this secret plan, wondered how could this even happen. Well, in a leaked secret meeting to the public, most of the plans were exposed, not that the leader were particularly worried. Now things are in motion for the future of the Venlil. Location: a secluded chamber deep within the heart of the rebuilt Venlil Prime archives, its walls lined with ancient relics and holographic displays. Ambient blue light flickers over intricate Venlil carvings as the council gathers. Chancellor Xerath, addressing the assembly in a measured tone. Fellow leaders, our longtime patient ascendancy has always been guided by prudence, yet today we face a truth that demands both caution and resolve. General Kahath, you requested this emergency council. Explain. General Kahath, standing tall, voice resonant with conviction. Chancellor, esteemed ministers, what I am about to reveal has been hidden for over a millennium. In the ruins beneath the old archives of Venlil Prime, I uncovered ancient holopads. Their recordings, raw, unedited, depict the unbridled atrocities inflicted upon our ancestors by the Arxur. Minister Valisar, frowning, exchanging glances with other council members. Ancient holopads? I was unaware that our appointed general would act without prior consultation. Tell us, General, what did you witness on these relics? General Kahath, through the holopads, I saw our forebears subjected to the pure, raw violence of an enemy who showed no mercy. The Arxur, in their unrestrained ferocity, ravaged our lands and souls. These recordings are not the sanitized legends passed down in our histories. They are the brutal truth. The suffering of Venlil Prime, the despair, the bloodshed, was far worse than we dared imagine. Councilmember Tarash, voice trembling with a mix of indignation and sorrow. Are you suggesting that every tale of our subjugation is underpinned by the Arxur's relentless aggression, that our people were broken, left to languish, while our enemy reveled in our misery? General Kahath, indeed, the holopads leave no room for revision. They are a record of our shame, and, if I may be so bold, a clarion call for retribution. This is why, my esteemed colleagues, our secret army has been built in the shadows. We have trained, we have prepared, and now we stand at the precipice of a new dawn. Minister Valisar, leaning forward, voice low but insistent. And you propose that this revelation be used as a rallying cry, to launch a preemptive strike against the Arxur before they too learn of our awakened wrath? Chancellor Xerath, weighing each word carefully. Let us be clear, the discovery of these holopads is a double-edged sword. On one hand, it validates the long-held grievances of our people. On the other, it risks igniting the conflict we have so long sought to avoid. General Kahath, have you considered that making this public might paint us as aggressors and provoke the Arxur to strike first? General Kahath, firmly with a spark of defiance. Chancellor, our silence has cost us centuries. The Arxur believe that our gentle reputation permits them free rein. The holopads show us not as the meek we once were, but as a people wronged, rightfully enraged and prepared to reclaim our destiny. The Arxur will be the first to target us if we do nothing. We must strike decisively, using the truth as both shield and sword. Minister Valisar, hesitating, then slowly nodding as the gravity of the matter sinks in. If we act now, we may seize the initiative and force the Arxur into a defensive posture. Yet I worry about the repercussions within the UGC. Our allies may recoil from such overt aggression. Chancellor Xerath, after a moment's silence with resolve hardening his tone. Let history not judge us for our ambition. For too long, Venlil Prime has languished in the shadows of our perceived weakness. Today, with these holopads as our testament, we choose to reclaim our narrative. Our hidden army, the culmination of 1,000 years of quiet preparation, stands ready. The Arxur, who once enslaved us with terror, shall now taste our vengeance. They will be the first targets of our resurgence. Councilmember Tarash, softly, almost to himself. Then we embrace the darkness of our past in order to forge the light of our future. I stand with you, Chancellor, if our destiny demands that we rise from the ashes of our humiliation. General Kahath, glancing at his fellow leaders with a determined glint in his eyes. Our ancestors' agony will not be forgotten. Every pulse of pain recorded on those hollow pads fuels the fire within us. Let it be known across the stars, Venlil Prime will no longer be subjugated. Today, we reclaim our rightful place in the universe. Chancellor Xerath, concluding the meeting with measured authority. Then it is settled. We prepare for the inevitable storm. Our secrets, our history, and our retribution shall now be the foundation upon which we rebuild our destiny. May our enemies tremble, for the time of the Venlil has come. In that chamber, the echoes of ancient suffering blended with the fervor of a reawakened people. The Council's decision, once veiled in secrecy, now set the stage for a future defined by retribution and resurgence. A future where the Arxur would learn that the Venlil, once oppressed and forgotten, were poised to lead the cosmos by fire and conviction. And as for the humans, they best stay out of our way or join the same fate as the Arxur. The Kolshians, ever vigilant, quickly heard or more so, was made aware of the Venlil uprising and would sit back and let things play out exactly as foretold by a new race allied with the Kolshians. Below is an excerpt from the Venlil Command Center, a hidden chamber deep within the fortified archives of Venlil Prime, where the leaders gather once again. The room is dimly lit by the ambient glow of ancient holo displays and new encrypted transmissions. Fresh intelligence has shaken the Council to its core. Chancellor Xerath, projecting quiet authority as he addresses the assembled leaders. Reports from our deep space intercepts leave no doubt the Kolshians are not the sole masters of this new annihilation technology. A mysterious allied species, hitherto unknown, has been aiding them. We now have evidence of encrypted communications from the far edge of our sensor range. Their signature? An intricate lattice of energy patterns that we have tentatively attributed to a race we are calling the Zavarin. Little is known about their physiology or their homeworld, or why they have allied with the Kolshians. But one thing is for certain, we must stop them. Minister Valisar, frowning, leaning forward over the holotable. The Zavarin. They are the unknown variable in this equation. Our analysts confirm that their technology is not only the source of the Kolshians' ability to erase entire worlds without battle, it is also the very power that the humans have begun to experiment with. Already, human laboratories on Earth's frontier worlds are reverse engineering these devices without, and progress yet of a breakthrough. But if left unchecked, this power could unravel the cosmic balance. General Kahath, voice low but resolute, his eyes flashing with the fire of retribution. I have seen firsthand the raw brutality recorded on the ancient holopads, our ancestors suffering at the hands of the Arxur, the merciless oppression we endured. Today, that same pattern is emerging. The Kolshians deploy this weaponized technology to obliterate resistance before it can even form. And now the Zavarin provide them with an even more potent edge. Chancellor Xerath, contemplative, his tone measured yet urgent. Our secret army has long prepared for the day when we would reclaim our destiny. But this new technology is beyond mere retribution. It is an existential threat to every species, including our own. The universal balance is at risk if the Kolshians and their Zavarin allies succeed in turning the tide. We must ensure that this power does not become the fulcrum of universal tyranny. Minister Valisar, voice trembling with both resolve and caution. And what do you propose, General? To dismantle this threat, we must not only sabotage the technology, but also uncover the identity and motives of these Zavarin. Yet any misstep, and we risk drawing their full attention. Should the Kolshians discover our intentions, they will erase us as swiftly as they have others. General Kahath nods slowly, his gaze unwavering. Precisely why our operation must be covert, I propose dispatching our most trusted agents, those who have long worked in the shadows, to infiltrate the suspected Zavarin outposts. We will trace their transmissions to the source, sabotage the core systems of this technology, and, if possible, capture any intelligence on their operational protocols. We must learn who they are, why they ally with the Kolshians, and, most importantly, how to dismantle their power without inviting a counterstrike that could erase us all. Chancellor Xerath, after a long pause, his voice firm and final. Then it is decided. We will not let this weapon of mass erasure become the arbiter of destiny for the galaxy. Our hidden fleet, concealed for 1,000 years, will be mobilized not to conquer but to neutralize this threat at its root. We will venture into the uncharted fringes where the Zavarin hide, and there, amid the void, we will strike. Minister Valisar, quietly with a mix of determination and foreboding. Let it be known that even if the cosmos trembles at the might of the Colchians and their enigmatic allies, the Venlil will stand as guardians of universal balance. We risk not only our legacy, but our very existence in doing so. May our resolve be as unyielding as the suffering of our ancestors. In the silence that follows, the weight of destiny presses upon every Venlil present. Outside the fortified walls of Venlil Prime, encrypted transmissions from distant systems hum with the signature of the Zavarin, a haunting reminder that the universe's balance teeters on a razor's edge. Later that cycle, deep within the labyrinthine corridors of a covert Venlil command vessel, a small team of elite agents prepared for departure. Among them was Commander Sira, whose voice carried both the scars of ancient grief and the fierce hope for retribution. Commander Sira, in a secure comlink. Our mission is clear. We infiltrate the outer rim sector where the Zavarin have been detected. Our objective: locate the core installations supplying the Colchians with this destructive technology and gather any intel on these allied aliens. We must act swiftly before the humans meddling with this power sets off a chain reaction that none can control. As the vessel slipped into the starlit void, each crew member knew that the coming days would determine not just the fate of the Venlil, but of countless civilizations scattered across the galaxy. The alliance between the Colchians and the mysterious Zavarin had upended the old order, but the Venlil, tempered by centuries of hidden preparation and seething memory, were ready to risk everything to restore balance. Thus began the Venlil's most dangerous gambit, a stealth campaign against a power that could erase worlds without a whisper, and an audacious quest to unmask the true face behind the lethal alliance of the Colchians and the Zavarin.